Hi, Katie.
Hello, buddy.
How's
Better
it
late than
going?
never.
I know. Better late than never. And I'm just hoping I can get through it without having a full on asthma attack. I had to have my doctor call in an extra inhaler to Austin, Texas, where I am right now.
Oh, lovely.
I
I
know. So we're
coughed.
so we're doing great. We're both at about 10%. So we've got about 20% to give.
Yeah, it combined.
Yeah.
Math. Math is mathing tonight. So do you want to give a real quick update on one, why we're late, and two, how this is going to kind of go?
Yeah. You go ahead. You clear that throat, girly girl.
Sorry, I have like the
We're
sinus
doing our
crud.
best. We're doing our best, y'all. And I'm so sorry if this is like disgusting and you hate us, but whatever. Skip through it.
We hate us too, don't worry. Okay, so I guess I'll give the update. Madeline had to go to Austin, Texas for work this week. So that's why we're delayed on doing this podcast. And she's been in conferences all day, but has this like 2-hour sliver that we are using right now.
A sliver of hope. A sliver of hope.
Yes, to put this podcast out just because we have got to talk about this or I'm going to explode. Brendan is so tired of hearing me bitch and moan about everything. So we've got to get this off our chest.
Literally.
But that being said, yeah, out of these lungs. That being said, we're just gonna kind of dump right in. There is some news and drama, but we'll maybe touch on it at the end if time permits. But we're gonna try and get through this. The chat was absolutely unhinged, so I have so many comments that I had to put in here, and I do not want to gloss over anyone's amazing contribution to the team here. So we're just gonna try and get through this in our allotted time before she has to go back to and work some more.
Thank you everyone for bearing with us. I'm sorry that it's like we hate putting the episode out late, but it is what it is.
It was weird driving to work this morning and not listening to myself.
I know.
In my car.
I know.
I had to like pick a different podcast to listen to. I was like, oh, weird. Anyway. But that being said, really quick before we get into the start, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Our Facebook group, which is truly the best place on God's green earth, is called From Lynn, the 10 DWTS. We have the most unhinged chat ever every week. It is so freaking fun and funny. The girls are absolutely
out of
hysterical.
Control.
Yeah. I love us. We're the best people. Like all of us collectively, not just me and Madeline. But it's so fun. It's not for the faint of heart. So don't invite like kids because it's definitely like.
And if your mom's not
dark.
cool, don't put her in the group either.
Yeah.
But my mom's in it. My mom can handle it. So she's in there.
She was joining right in this week. It was great.
She was.
But yeah. Come on over and join us there. You have to answer some questions to get in, but if you watch the show, it should be easy peasy. It's the best. We have the best of times, and it truly is my emotional support to get through what this show does to me every season.
And shout out to Michelle Salerno for putting it together. So
yes, we love you. You're the best.
Okay, so right into it. I thought the opener and the theme was fire. We had a full-on production. It was like a music video in itself as the opener. I loved how we celebrated Whitney Houston, the most decorated female artist of all time. If not, I think she is the most decorated artist of all time. And so that was just really cool. And I loved the theme. I would vote to have this theme again. That's how much I loved it. So,
but we have this theme. This is not the first time we've done this. And it's hard to
I thought we have not ever had Whitney Houston night.
No, I'm almost certain that we have.
Oh, okay.
If I'm wrong,
it's the meds.
I'm wrong.
Let's blame our meds. We gotta blame our meds. Gotta blame our meds here.
But I don't know if I would want to do it again, regardless of if we've done it before or not, just because she has so much great content, but I don't want it to get overdone.
I get that. Because you'll have your favorite dances to the same song, and then that's kind of sad. Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot of good people out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So Billy Porter was the guest judge. He came out absolutely slaying, performing to his own little tribute to Whitney. Unfortunately, the sound was not doing its job and it kept cutting in and out, which is unfortunate because the performance was giving. However, costuming this week was sponsored by the Wiggles, which was odd.
I know. We had the same. They reused the Gangnam Style undershirts for
I guess
for the Whitney opener.
It was interesting. I always love when Alfonso and Julian join in at the end for a little bit, makes it fun, kind of brings the energy up in the room. And then really quick, let's talk about everyone's fit on the judging panel. Go ahead.
Derek was giving like Pepto-Bismol, but not. It was weird. Carrie Ann looked fine.
What? It was brown.
It was like pink to me. Was it not pink?
No, it was khaki. Oh. I said he looks like he's going to the UPS banquet after this.
Oh my God. Well, it was just monochromatic. That's all I remember. It just being like a solid color.
Yeah, it was very monochromatic. And unfortunately, the color was brown.
It wasn't, I no one really stood out to me.
A vision in brown. What can brown do for you?
No one really stood out to me except for Billy's outfit, obviously. I thought that Billy looked great. Yeah, I thought he looked great. And obviously Bruno's just really tapping into just being sexy every week, which I can respect.
has decided to just free those nips, baby.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Green said Carrie Ann's wig looks like it's from the Dollar General.
You know, it's so sad because some weeks she just has an incredible set of hair. And then other weeks we're like, what are you doing? Because we know you've got some better ones in the closet.
Yeah. It was not her best. Her wig was not doing the best.
And of course, I thought Alfonso and Julian looked great. I loved when they danced, like you said. They looked wonderful. So
absolutely. Speaking of wigs, let's get right into Harry.
Okay.
But terrible.
Harry and Riley had a Viennese waltz to I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston.
Speaking of Harry, what the hell was on Riley's head?
Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to do there. It didn't make sense. I didn't think it went on theme with the dance or the night.
She looked 30 years older than she is. I'm not kidding. Like, it made her look so bad.
Yeah, we opened
I mean, obviously she's beautiful. She never looks bad, but like, it was bizarre. Mary Taylor Roth said Riley is giving founding father with this hair. It was bizarre.
That's so funny. She was. I thought so. They tried to do like get Harry involved in a ballet class to get him loosey goosey. I guess I don't know. Help him learn some poise. So they kind of opened up with that little bit. But yeah,
I loved that. To be honest, I thought it was so cute and funny.
I think it would do everyone a service to do it. I think they should all try it. Maybe like a group ballet class next year or something.
Him with those little shoes on.
That was hilarious.
It was so fun. The tights, and then he actually had on like pink ballet slippers.
Yeah. He was in there with all the girls too, which was cute.
It was very funny.
Okay, so the dance, a Viennese waltz. The song is called I Have Nothing. He gave us a little bit more than nothing. I thought that this was Harry's best dance since Disney Night. So it's been about 4 weeks since his most, like the dance I would most call his breakout dance was Disney Night, but he really hasn't even gotten there yet. I will say I thought that he was performing more instead, like with his features and his arms, and he wasn't just kind of giving nothing or like this dumb smile. Like I really thought he was trying to perform with his face, and he worked on that performance quality. And while it was 100% so much better than some of the other dances that we've gotten from him, he is just not where the others are. And this is a dance Harry should have been giving us week 4 instead of week 8, week 9, wherever we are.
Yeah. I was really happy. I think that this was better than his Disney Night dance, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he had some musicality this week. And luckily the waltz the music in a waltz is like it has the very clear 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So it's like, if you can count to 3, you should be able to get this,
or to just get on beat, to be on beat.
But he was like doing the like more of the like larger movement on the big one and then following up with the lighter 2-3. So I felt like he was actually connecting with the music in the way that he was supposed to for this dance. So that's why I think that it was the best, because it actually looked like what it was supposed to.
Right.
And the other one, it was like a jazz, right? That they had to Toy Story.
Yeah, that was a jazz, yeah.
It wasn't that jazzy, to be honest. So again, that's just why I liked this one. He looked great in his, there were several velvet suits that looked great tonight, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
His frame was really good at moments, but then other times he had those shoulders up under his ears. And I agree with you. I mean, this was leaps and bounds better than what we've seen the past couple of weeks, but it's just not on par with everybody else. So it's unfortunate. And I really like him as a person. I love Riley. I think she's great. I'm so happy that she's having such a fun first season. But we have to look at this for what it is across, you know, the remaining competitors. And it's just not there, unfortunately. And he just doesn't have it.
Yeah, he's just not the best. He's definitely the worst one that's still standing. But he knows that, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll get more to it later because I feel kind of impassioned about some of the hate he's getting. But like, yeah, it's clear he's not good. But again, he's not a dancer. So everybody relax. Let's relax.
Bruno made a play on the ballet class of it all and said, "Oh, honey, you were giving, you know, you should be in Swan Lake, the New York Ballet Swan Lake, as a tree." And I was like, damn it, that is so mean.
They did call him a tree twice tonight, which is savage.
Yeah, pretty much. But he got all sevens. 28.
Oh, and Derek also said he dreamed about Harry last night, but not in a weird way. I'm like, sure, Derek. Sure.
I mean, fair enough.
28 out of 40. Okay, moving on. Jason and Daniela. They had a samba to Higher Love.
Okay, so this song slaps, obviously. They did one of the remixed versions of that, which was fun, for it to get, I guess, a little bit more samba-y. Jason, and here's a comment from the Facebook group. Jason dancing a samba and not wearing a fedora is not recommended. And I was like, wow, she is on your side, Madeline.
No, she really is. Let me just say.
And let me just say, I hope I don't mess this up. I think it's Rosalie Quinones Gomez. If I mispronounced your name, I'm really sorry. I tried. There was an accent over the O, and that just made me feel like I was going to fuck up immediately. But that's what she said. And then in the package, like, we were watching them practice, and he was talking about how freaking hard a samba is, which, you know, there's so much content in there, and it's pretty technical. And he was like, I'm ready. Let's do it. And Haley Jean goes, Jason about to shake that morass.
I love that. Okay, I need to go back to the hat because he's not wearing a fedora, but he's wearing this freaking hat.
I hate that hat.
It's like patchwork. I'm like, where'd you get that? Like, did you and your kindergarten friend make that hat together? Like, give me the fedora. I want the fedora. So I think she's right. Like, I feel like if he doesn't, I bet you this, the night he brings a fedora out is the night he gets a perfect score.
I think you hope that.
I do.
Just so you can see one on him.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I thought the samba was a perfect dance for them to do. Daniela put so much content in that dance that it had to be so difficult. And we saw that he struggled a little bit with it performing live. I thought going backwards down the stairs, that was really creative. Haven't seen that. I don't even know if I've ever seen that. That was really cool. And had to be kind of hard to do.
I can barely walk upstairs properly.
So. Yeah. So there's definitely, it was so entertaining and so good and so full of content. But there definitely were times where he missed a few hand grabs. And I think it came from, which I know you're going to hate this. And like I know you hated it throughout the dance. I think he was overperforming it. And he was trying so hard, like singing the words and performing so hard that he just kind of messed up.
Yeah, I think he was focused on the music and not the dance.
Yeah.
And you know I hate the lip syncing. So
I know.
So when Billy called him out for the lip syncing, I was like, I feel seen. Thank you, Billy. Like,
yeah,
we don't need it. It's a dancing show. It's not lip sync, you know? It's not a lip sync battle. It is a ballroom dancing show. Yeah.
Which he would kill a lip sync battle.
I mean, God, I think people in outer space can see what he's trying to mouth. It is so much. It is so over the top.
It's really funny.
I here's what I think happened with this dance. I think that, bless you. Did you sneeze?
No, I'm trying not to cough because I'm still laughing that we could see his lips singing from outer space. So funny.
I think that Daniela, because he is so good, gave him really hard choreography, and she could have made it simpler and he would have done better, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think she's pushing him, and he wasn't quite there for this one.
But if that would have hit, that would have been a perfect score.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
The samba rolls, that they do where you bring it around town, with the partner. Those were pretty rough. They needed to oil them hips or something. It was kind of clunky. But I didn't think this was bad by any means. I don't think that Jason has had a bad dance.
No, never.
Truly. And the critiquing was just so harsh. And here's a great couple ways to sum it up. Michelle Salerno, our fearless leader, said Jason could literally crochet an entire crop top for Bruno while doing his dance, and they'd still give him 8s.
Yes.
It's like they're not impressed by him, and I don't know why. I don't feel as confidently as this week as I did about last week's dance with him getting totally lowballed, because I did see his mistakes and it was clearly not his comfort zone. So I get a little bit of that, but they just are lowballing him to me. Yeah. And then Katie Garside said Billy's scoring low because he's mad that he couldn't be heard in the opening performance.
Truly. Yeah. And you know how I feel about this guest judge role. I love that they are taking it seriously and giving good feedback, but come on, just throw them a bone, throw the bone, just give them better scores. I don't know. And that's kind of where I struggle, because someone said it in the Facebook group last week, and I think I might've even quoted it on the podcast last week, but there's the top 4, there's the clear top 4 here, and they're being judged based on each other, and that because they're better. So
it's a different standard. It's not the same grading rubric.
Yeah, because Jason and Allison should their dances, while Allison, we'll get to her in a second, but those 8s cannot possibly hold the same weight. Jason did thousands of steps on the dance floor for that dance. I mean, he killed it. And so I can see, though, that there were mistakes, and it is fair, but at the same time, they've been lowballing him all season. They lowballed Lele all season, and they lowballed Barry all season, so it's we're just having the judging issue here.
And in the skybox, Jason is literally such a quirky, weird dude.
Yes.
I don't get him, but I like him a lot. He was talking about, Julian was what happened? And he was like, I kickball changed wrong at the beginning, and it was all downhill from there. And she was like, oh no, the old kickball changed. And then she was like, what about those judges' scores? He goes, that kicked me right in the ball change.
Kicked me right in the ball change. And they did. They gave him, okay, so he got an 8 from Carrie Ann, a 9 from Derek, which I agreed with. I thought that was a 9 dance, and an 8 from Billy, and an 8 from Bruno. So 33 out of 40.
I think the scores were fair, but I think it was an 8 dance just based off of his performance of it, unfortunately. However, I don't think that up against other people, it held up,
I have a comment that I wrote down, which I never do. And this one is, he is being treated like he has dance experience, and he does not. Kelly Marte said that.
Kelly Marte. Spitting facts. That's very true. And
all right.
So speaking of Allison, who we've alluded to many a time,
Allison and Sasha had a contemporary to The Greatest Love of All.
I didn't know this song, I don't think.
I didn't either.
Her story was very sad about,
oh my God,
growing up and being alone, and this song taught her to love herself. So I was really excited. I was equally excited and nervous going into this, because the contemporary, so vulnerable. You've just told this really sweet story. And I was like, please do not come out here and fall flat on your face. Like,
Mhm.
because it just makes it, I feel so much worse when someone like has an emotional connection to something and they mess it up compared to just like your willy-nilly run of the mill week whatever dance.
Yeah.
Like when they're like, this is dedicated to so-and-so, or this had a huge impact on my blah, blah. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's so much more pressure, at least to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I thought it was really pretty. The like headstand thing that she came out and did on Sasha's back was so beautiful. It was so cool. I thought this started so strong and then it just fell off for me towards the end. But I did not think that it was bad. I'm so blown away by her. I cannot believe that this is the same person as week 1 and also the Candle Opera Disney situation. Like, so I'm really happy for her. I'm really proud of her.
I also really appreciated her opening up with the package. I loved that she had a connection to the song. And I thought that Sasha playing more of like a passive part and letting her shine was just really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I was so proud of how they utilized the lifts in the dance, or like whatever you call them, like the handstand moves, whatever. The tricks, I guess, instead of lift. I was really proud of how they utilized the lifts. And I kind of said this last week, like I've been really impressed with how she actually has been coming out there and trying to dance rather than Sasha just like throwing her around and taking up time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was I enjoyed it. So I'm saying that. But I do think it was very, very simple. Like I
Mm-hmm.
thought but again, she has no dance experience. She is on track. Like she has improved leaps and bounds. However, I thought for like the first 30 seconds of the dance, there's a lot, and this is common in a lot of contemporaries. There's a lot of like standing there and you're barely doing anything. But it was like, I kind of disagreed with like that it started fast and fell off. I thought it started slow and caught up, if that makes sense. Like I just kind of felt like that she was doing a lot of standing at the beginning, a lot of very simple movements, and then once the handstand happened, I was into it. You know?
Yeah,
So
I can see that. I think the handstand at the beginning just really blew me away. And then the move, like there were the couple 8 counts after that were really impressive. And then towards the end, I just wanted like they came out hot with the cool trick, and then I was like wanting more of that same energy
yeah,
at
I
the
wanted
end.
another trick. I
I
really did.
know.
I wanted another
It was
trick.
so good. She looked like she'd done that 100 million times. No trouble, no sweat off a duck's back, nothing. Sweat off a duck's what? Am
Sweat
I
off a
okay?
duck's. No, we're not okay. Blame the
Okay. Anyway,
meds.
just pretend that I didn't say that. It's fine. Um, but I liked it, and I loved that they didn't dress her like a grandma.
Yeah, she looked great. She looked great. She performed it. She was all in, and I was really, really impressed with this dance. And she's proving that she's improving and that she should be there. So I don't think she's going to win the mirror ball, but
No.
I think that she has really developed, and that's what this show's about, guys. So
Yep.
I'm trying to do better too. Like I'm not holding these people to this extreme standard here, but I'm impressed by her, and I like her so much more. If you, here's the thing, week 1, I would have said, and I said this, I think week 1, Allison should have gone home week 1. She was the worst one by far.
Yeah, I
And
agree with
now
that.
to see her do this, it's like, damn girl, let's go.
Yeah.
Get that bag.
Yep.
Let's head on into Taylor Swift week.
Yep.
Um, but I do
Um,
have the note that Jason did hundreds more steps than Allison and they got the same score. So I'm like,
yeah,
that's where I'm annoyed.
it's one of those things where like, and I guess this kind of falls on the choreographer slash pro, is that I guess the judges don't take into consideration when they're scoring the level of difficulty of the choreography, which I think they used to. I don't know if it's just
Mhm.
different, but they like because if you were, you know, compare, because otherwise Daniela could come out and Jason could do the world's easiest samba and absolutely knock it out of the park,
Yeah. But
you
we're not going to
know?
be impressed or entertained at all.
Right. So it's a little funky there just because, you know, simple and clean is usually better than more difficult and a little sloppy. But it's got to be like there's a fine line between those, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I love this show so much. And I'm so glad she's on it. And Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm really, really impressed with her growth. And
Agreed.
so I think the scoring stuff, it just gets frustrating. But then again, it's like, whatever, it's just a score. It's just part of it. So I'm just like, I'm trying. But okay, oh yeah. So she got an 8 from Carrie Ann, 8 from Derek, a 9 from Billy, which that's what I want from the guest judges, and an 8 from Bruno. So
you know why I
that's
got
what
a 9
I want.
from Billy? Because he was the king of the storyline. He was like, tell me a story, baby. But then he did tell her, he said, point those biscuits.
Yeah, but if she would have pointed her, if she would have pointed her toes, he would have given her a 10.
And I did just have to throw this in here because it killed me. I love that all of these people, or a lot of these people, watch with like their significant others, boyfriends, husbands, whatever. Miranda Barham said in the chat, dude, why did my husband just ask if Carrie Ann was J-Lo?
That's so funny. It's so funny.
And someone replied, and I can't remember who it was, but they said, don't tell Carrie Ann that. Don't let her know what someone thought.
Do not tell the CAI, not the CIA. Do not tell the CAI.
Oh, bless it.
That's funny. Okay, moving on. Sochi and Val, they had a tango to I Want to Dance with Somebody.
The ankle.
The ankle had its own moment.
The ankle was ankling.
The ankle was broken in rehearsal. Like I genuinely do not know how the girl is still standing.
Like, no, that was Barry's song last week.
Oh my God, yes.
So as someone who has sprained really badly, like to the point of having to wear like an orthopedic boot, not one, but both of her ankles. It's me. Jesus. Hi. Just me, Betty Spaghetti, can't walk properly. It's fine. Watching that was like my whole body like went limp. I was like, no, why are you showing this to us? Please, anything but this. But yeah, no. Seeing that, I was like, how is she doing this? And she's wearing heels this week. Like, I was like, oh God, like it hurt me so bad. And like ABC, I hate you for showing us that. That's like when they show NFL injuries in slow-mo replay and you're like, wow, that guy's knee just bent backwards like a bird. Like, thanks so much for showing us that.
And then they'll go, and we're not going to show that replay again. But we're like, okay, well, thanks. It's already burned into my memory.
Yeah, I will never forget it. Don't worry. Yeah. I thought that the song and dance was combo was a weird choice. She looked badass, and Val was in again another velvet suit, and I just gotta say, I felt the with somebody. This was
so good,
so sexy. Well, it wasn't like sexy even. I mean,
it was flawless.
It was stunning. It was everything. It
was so clean, so good. It was flawless. It was amazing.
It was powerful.
The content was perfect. It couldn't have fit the song better. It all worked. All of it worked. Her outfit and her hair.
The slicked hair. Oh yeah.
It just killed it. It just 10s around the board, and I knew it was going to get a 10 or a perfect 10s as soon as it wrapped.
Yep, so did I. I was watching it and I was like, holy shit, this is everything. And it was so badass.
Lynn Goodman would have been giving from Lynn the 10. He would have said, this is a no-nonsense tango with passion and poise. Like,
they were not messing about.
It was perfect. It could not have gone better. Proud of her.
So good. So excited for her.
So mature too. So good.
She dances like I can't believe that she isn't a dancer either. Like she's an actress. Incredible. And she's like, I don't dance. And I was like, well, you can. You should take it up.
Yeah, she's amazing. Okay. Next. Oh, wait. Yeah, perfect score. We already said that. Okay.
Yep.
Next up, Barry and Peta. They had a rumba to Didn't We Almost Have It All?
Another song that doesn't come to mind instantly for me. Let's talk about your favorite person, Tina Mahina.
Tina Mahina, which in my humble opinion is Tila Tequila in disguise. It was all I could think about. All I could think about when she was talking, I was like, a name like Tina Mahina, this is giving like, first of all, how come we've never once heard of her before this episode? Like, where has she been?
I'm not huge in the hula community, so maybe that's why.
But also, like, if your wife is a professional hula dancer, why hasn't she been in the ballroom? Like, get where's she been? Like, she's on Zoom, but I don't know. The Berry Bunch is, at least me, I'm very captivated by Tina Mahina, and all of that. I just think it's the funniest thing. Like, it just adds such a caveat to what we already think about Barry. Like, it's amazing, honestly.
I knew he was married, but I was not expecting it to
Tina Tahina.
Not Tahine.
Tina Mahina. Mahina. I'm stuck on Tila Tequila, y'all. I'm sorry.
Double shot at love, baby.
That's so funny.
I loved the sexy hips. This dance, while it was simple, and again, this is kind of what Allison did, the simple route, but performed the shit out of it. I love this man. I love him so much. This dance was flawless. It was so pretty. He had the hips going, and PETA really gives him like spotlight moments where he like shows us what he's been working on this week. So like obviously the big thing was like getting those sexy hula hips working, you know?
Yes.
And so she had several moments where she kind of stepped to the side and he was like, all right, here it is. Here's them hips, baby. And I love that. I think that's so fun. And she's like playing to his strengths. The people love Barry. He is like, I'm obsessed with this man. And
yeah.
So she just like gives the people what they want. And I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, I had in my notes, it looked like PETA really didn't do much and she let Barry shine, which is similar to what Sasha did with Allison. Like, it was really a dance about Barry. I'm just so captivated by Barry. I think he's had wonderful lines. I think it was very, and it was slow, similar to Allison's, in my opinion. It was slow, but it was so smooth and it was just perfectly it was perfectly on rhythm. And I loved the dance. I could watch Barry dance every day. I just am obsessed with him.
Well, and I was so nervous too because it was a rumba, which is like I think it's the hardest by far. And so I was like, oh God, this is gonna be so damn hard. Like,
and it can be really awkward concerned. When they're back.
Yeah. Yes. And I thought it was just so good. Smooth as silk, baby.
So he ate it up. He got 8s from all the judges, which I agreed with. You know, I thought that was pretty fair.
I think somebody could have thrown him a 9, to be honest. I love him. I loved that Alphonse, like the crowd was like on their feet. The crowd loves Barry. The audience loves Barry. Yeah. And Alphonse's like, a standing ovation for Barry. And they show this one lady in the audience who would have rather been anywhere else on God's green earth than at the live showing of Dancing with the Stars. She was standing there clapping with the most dead facial expression I've ever seen. I was like, why y'all gotta do him like that?
Yeah. Where's Tina Mahina?
Yeah. Or Tila Tequila.
Or Tila Tequila.
She would have been excited.
I wonder if did Tila Tequila do Dancing with the Stars? If not, I'm petitioned for Tila Tequila to be on next year, season 33.
I wonder what she's up to these days. Well, I'll have to look into that.
No telling.
I loved when they were standing and getting their critiques from the judges. Barry kissed his index finger and put it on PETA's cheek.
So sweet. I think they
an
loved
angel.
Each other.
An angel, truly.
I think they loved each other, but I think we'll talk about it a little more later, but I think he was very much like kind of gearing up, like setting us up for like he's ready to go.
I don't think
he was ready.
I disagree with you because I don't want to believe that mostly. I do need to call out that Carrie Ann said some iconic lines here during the critique. She said, on primetime ABC television said,
primetime,
your wife pointing out the lubrication issue, like, thank you to her. And I was just like,
why do we have to word it like that, girly?
I'm like, we're not like, that sounds, you know what that sounds like.
No, she does it on purpose.
I know. She's like, you're old.
She wants so badly to be
and
viral.
So is your wife. There's a lubrication issue.
I'm dead.
But then she also said, which I've decided I'm going to start using this to end conversations. Mahalo to your wife. Yes. Thank you so much for coming out. Oh, yes. So good to see you. Mahalo to your wife.
Similar to Julianne last week. Tamo. After Lele said it and she goes, Tamo. Right. Yeah, exactly. Mahalo to your wife.
And to you as well. And also with you.
Hallowed be thy weed. Thank you. See you later. So good.
Oh my God. But yeah, he ate it up with a 32.
He ate it up. Okay, next up we have Charity and Artem with a Viennese waltz to I Will Always Love You.
Hey, what is Whitney Houston's best kind of coordination? And
Oh my God.
Isn't that awful?
If I tried to sing that right now, we would have to break for 20 minutes because again, you wouldn't, I don't know. It would just not go over well. Okay. So this to me, arguably Whitney Houston's most famous song by far.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really, I think too, when you got this song, all eyes are on you already. But I really, 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 really wanted to be absolutely floored and blown away. And I think that might be why it didn't come off as good to me. I thought she looked elegant as hell. I think she looked beautiful. I thought she did a good job, but I don't know what it is. She's kind of up there in that list of people who are the best dancers left, and she just got to bring some more. I don't know what exactly it is, but I just need a little bit more from her. And that's what I was thinking when I watched her perform, because she did give us more later. But I think Charity is good at this, and I just think she thought she would be better at this or have an easier time. And yeah, I think she just struggled a little bit with this one. I don't know, and that's probably to blame Artem.
I agree with you that she was absolutely stunning. Like, oh my gosh, she looks like a Barbie doll. She is like perfect. And
there's no flaw in her.
No, like, she's beautiful.
She does not have a flaw.
And I love seeing this like competitive side come out of her where she's like, no, I want to win. I want to be the best. Like, that's really cool. And like, I feel like at this point in the competition, you need that fire in you to really get you to the next level. So I do appreciate that. However, I think it's maybe getting in her head a little bit. And she's so focused on being the best and I think she's more focused on her scores than she is the dance, which it would be hard not to be, obviously. But because she knows she's neck and neck with other people at the top. And so I think she really wants that validation from the judges too, that she is as good as them. Which again, I cannot blame her for that at all. I think that, and I've said this before with her, I think when she is in hold with Artem, they dance so elegantly together and she has so much confidence. But the moment that they have more of a side by side or she's kind of on her own, you can see the confidence dip a little bit. Like when they were doing the kind of sachets separately in this waltz, I was like, get back in frame here. Just because I think that's where she really shines. And I think that waltzes are hard to make exciting just because they are slow. And so I think that it's really hard to bring this exciting energy to something like that when you have people that are doing tangos and sambas and, all of this other stuff. So it is super difficult to have this slow, elegant dance and make it just as exciting. And so I don't think that there was absolutely nothing wrong with this dance by any means. And I totally appreciate her competitive nature. But I was like frustrated with her because I was like, dude, nines are still so good. Like you are literally at the top of the pack with some other people. Like, so I don't want her to be frustrated. And I don't want it to come read poorly on TV, which I think this did a little bit. But I totally understand, like her feelings are totally valid. And I think
she's giving it her all. Like everyone's allowed to be disappointed, but it's like we need to also refocus that you still are one of the best, if not the best one there. So it's like just,
And I think I'm glad that the waltz is out of the way because I think she does shine more in dances that she feels more connected to.
Yep.
So I'm excited to see what she has next week. And because I think you're totally right in the dance off when she had the cha-cha-cha, the cha-cha.
The cha-cha?
Cha-cha, she came and absolutely slayed. So I think it was just more so the style of dance that kind of got in her way this week. But again, I have no complaints about this dance. I thought it was really beautiful. It's just kind of meh in general. But I feel that way about a lot of waltzes. So it's nothing against her.
Yeah. I also think too, the Bachelorette just isn't as popular of a TV show as it was like when Hannah Brown did it, you know? And we know that Hannah Brown just like pulled all the votes. And I would say that those two are about the same skill level, similar with Gabby. Like
I think
those
she's
three.
better than Hannah Brown.
So yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like they come in, you know, with some rhythm. But to Charity's disadvantage, I just don't think The Bachelorette has the same amount of exposure as it used to. And that's where, like, you know, post Chris Harrison's exit, I just think it kind of all went downhill. But like, maybe you're getting a phone call, but I'm going to keep talking anyway.
No, sorry, it cut out for some reason. I don't know why. My headphones are plugged in. I just checked.
That's okay. I kept talking anyway, so I don't think it messed up. But what I was trying to say was that I think that I was nervous she was going to go home after this. Like
I was too.
This weird feeling came over me where I was like, oh my God, why do I feel like she's about to go home, even though she just got all nines? Like, I don't know. Yeah. It was weird. Yeah. But I'm happy that it worked out for her.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally feel you on that.
I was scared.
But yeah, she and she came back in the dance off and I was like, shoot. But yeah, before we get to the dance off, we have one more.
Ariana and Pasha. They had a paso to Queen of the Night.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say about this.
Okay.
The costuming, while it was very cool and badass, was very distracting to me. There was too much going on. The fringe over the crotch and then the big, you know, paso doble cape skirt plus the mirrored, like, armored kind of top. Like I said, very cool, but it was just too much going on for me. And I think it took away from, like, me trying to watch the actual, you know, important moments of the dance, like the movement. But that could just be me. I don't know. The content was immaculate. The work that they did on their knees was unreal. And I said, I've never seen anyone work harder on their knees. And Haley Jean said, obviously you did not see the girls that I graduated with.
Stop.
And I was like, damn.
That's so funny.
I thought this was so cool. It was so good. Pasha just was like, you want a paso? Here you go, baby.
Yeah, I loved the song. I thought that she was giving Queen of the Business venture when she was plugging all of her, like, new companies. Like,
not the sandwich shop.
Nobody has benefited so hard from a public breakup. Like, no one but Ariana. I'm happy for her, though, obviously. I thought the dance was super well produced. It was giving lights, camera, action. It was giving, like, all eyes on Ariana. I thought it was powerful, packed a punch. I wasn't bothered by the costuming. I loved the parts where she was doing, I don't even know what they're called. Someone probably knows the proper term, but like kind of the high knees and flicking the skirt and kicking her legs, like, and leaning back. It was just really, really good. I thought this dance could have gotten a perfect score. And I thought it was weird how Carrie Ann just held back for what? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of wanted something more from it. I don't know what, because I mean, it was amazing. It was great. I don't know, but I kind of was with Carrie Ann on the 9 train, which is shocking.
It is.
But I think because I think because the other, I don't think it was as good as Sochi's dance, and Sochi got a perfect score, so this felt right to me.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But everybody else gave her a 10, so she got a 39 out of 40, and she was really happy with that.
And I was really happy for her. Yeah.
She has impressed every single week. She is doing really well.
Yeah, I agree. And she didn't have to do the dance off, so she got to go sit her little happy butt backstage and or in the skybox and just
watch everybody else crash and burn. Yeah. So okay, so we get to the dance off, which is just 2 versus 2, and they got a dance style and then a song that they had to do it with. And then the judges picked a winner and a loser. It was pretty straightforward. So the couples that went first head to head were Allison and Sasha and Harry and Riley. They had a rumba to One Moment in Time.
So I'm going to sum this up. This was bad versus not very good.
Yeah.
And also, I think maybe because it was the first one, it almost gave me like the dance marathon vibes where it was like overstimulating. Like I felt like I was going cross-eyed trying to watch everything. It's just really hard to take all of that in at one time.
Yeah. My first note was just, this is hard to watch at the same time, and it's slow. That's what I put. So they were both, in quotes, fine to me. It was both fine. I wouldn't have been able to pick a winner. Like I don't think either of them gave me enough. I don't know. But again, it was hard to watch. I had to go back and watch it twice, and I still don't even have notes. So
yeah, it was just a lot, but nothing really happened like at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it was underwhelming and chaotic. Harry got called to tree trunk again, and I was like, damn, Billy Porter has obviously been watching his OnlyFans. I'm just kidding.
Literally.
Harry's like, I got a tree trunk for you.
Yeah, truly. He's probably wants to say that too. He like is just gonna one day I don't know. I'm waiting on Harry to just like in his interview, just be like, okay, y'all, stop. Just leave me alone. I don't know.
Leave Harry alone.
Leave Harry alone. Yeah. So anyway, they picked the winner. Allison and Sasha, happy for her that she beat Harry, by the skin of her teeth.
Yep.
But they did. Okay.
And I'm glad that they went first because
yeah,
anything that was if they had closed it out, I would have been like, I'd just like my energy would have just been like.
Well, I'll tell you who should have gone last, and that's Barry and Peta and Jason and Daniela. They had a salsa too. It's not right, but it's okay.
It was so right.
I'm going to have a coffee and a tag. Like I'm just waiting to have to like edit out a whole 60 seconds of me coughing, but obsessed. Everyone thought this was an unfair matchup. Everyone was prepared to just hand the crown over to Jason. But let me tell you, Barry slayed the fucking house down. He tore down the building.
When he tore his shirt open.
I could not keep my eyes off of Barry doing the salsa.
I didn't even know that Jason was out there.
It's bad when I don't even look at Daniela. Like
I know.
Eyes on Barry. They never moved the whole time. And I don't know if it's just because I love him and I'm obsessed with him that I wanted to watch him, or if it's because he truly just brought every ounce of what he had left and poured it out on the dance floor. I was obsessed with him in the hot pink.
Oh my God. It was everything. I didn't know what to expect. Actually, what I expected was Jason was going to come out and he and Daniela were going to salsa the shit out of the dance floor, and Barry and Peta were going to do a salsa as well. Not as good, And then Barry came out and said, this is a battle royale right here. And I'm here to win. To emerge, only one exits. Like, this was insane. I felt the crazy, insane energy I felt during Gangnam Style last week was this.
But also multiplied.
Yes. And for some reason, I don't know what happened to us collectively as a group. It was like this weird mob mentality, but only instead of all fighting someone, we were all horned up for this elderly gentleman.
For a 69-year-old Barry Williams. Yeah.
Miranda Barham said, Granddaddy.
So good. And good.
I just oh my God. It was, I will never recover from this. And the face he made when he ripped that shirt, the confidence, that is some king shit right there.
No, Tina Mahina is a lucky woman.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the only thing, let me say something about Jason, and of course it's negative, and I feel bad because we know he has rhythm. We know he's going to do a good salsa, but it was he was maybe it's just too because he's in the habit, but he was mouthing the words the whole time again, and I just wanted so badly for him to just stop doing that. Because that's that's the only note I have about him, because obviously my eyes were on Barry. I'm telling you, something came over me when Barry ripped his shirt off. I just I don't even know what happened after that. With Peta underneath him, it was just, he was the star of the show. It was Barry's ballroom, Barry Bunch in the ballroom. I'm obsessed with Barry, and I cannot believe he's gone. I'm devastated.
I know. It was incredible. I had no notes about Jason at all because I swear, aside from the, side by side at the beginning, that I didn't look at him the entire time.
Not once.
And then we all got absolutely feral in the chat. Yeah. So vile. If ABC knew the things that we said, they would pull this show off the air.
It would be gone. It would be gone. It is no longer
Michelle
family
Salerno
friendly.
she said, everyone thinks I'm so wholesome for hosting a Dancing with the Stars Facebook group. And meanwhile, we're in here like, oh my God, I can't even repeat.
My mom told everyone to take their birth control after that dance. My mom commented in the chat and said, take your birth control, ladies. Like, what?
Oh my God, I know. Haley Jean said, I don't want to dance off. I want to pants off.
No, that comment really was about. And then, okay, I don't know who responded to me whenever I did the F, Marry, Kill. Did you take notes of that?
Yes. Haley Jean, okay. You did F, Marry, Kill, Harry, Val and Barry. And Haley said, kill Harry, F Barry twice.
No, she said, and I think it was Haley. Kill Val and Harry and F Barry twice. And I laughed about that for an hour after.
Oh my God. So funny.
So anyway, there was a clear winner, but Derek was literally like, looked at the judge and was like, we doing this? Are we doing this? Before he chose it. And
it was Carrie Ann picked.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. I felt really bad for Jason, and he's a great sport because after it was over, the entire ballroom audience was chanting Barry's name.
Yeah, it was like Jason didn't exist.
I felt
and that's fine.
Really bad. He took it in stride. Like, he's a great guy, but like, oh my God, it was Barry's ballroom. You're exactly right. And then one last thing, Amy Linder said, I need a bar of soap in my mouth after tonight. Because it got
crazy in there. So again, join the chat, girls. You're missing out if you're not in the chat. You will laugh harder than you've ever laughed in your life. So
correct. So
okay.
then that was
last one.
The best. Then we had, and you're right, it should have been the last one because man, what a high.
Yeah, what a high. Okay, we had Charity and Artem go against Sochi and Val. They had a cha-cha-cha to So Emotional, which I loved. I loved this. I thought it was a fair pairing. I thought it was very competitive. Both were very strong. These two are the top of the competition. These two are
clear.
Agree. They're clear for me. These two should make it to the finale. It was a very impressive showdown. I thought Charity did everything that I was saying she didn't do in her Viennese waltz.
Mm-hmm.
She showed up, she showed out, and I thought she kicked Sochi's butt in this, and Sochi still did an amazing job. So again, I agreed with the judges on this one. Charity killed it. There we go.
Yeah, Charity ate that up for sure. And like the fringe pants, I mean, that always helps. But,
I know.
But Sochi was also wearing fringe, but she wasn't, the fringe wasn't fringing on her like it was on Charity.
No.
And so it was great. I watched Val and Sochi, but I was really focused on Charity and Artem. And then Sarah Maloof said that Val is giving hot priest with his costuming for this dance. And Emmy Jacobson came in and said, let's go to the booth, daddy. Talking about confessional.
Stop, Emmy. Bad girl. You're a bad girl.
And she goes, I'm not Catholic. I don't know what it's called. And everyone was like, I will now only be referring to confession as going to the booth.
Going to the booth with daddy. But yeah, so I think Val is coming for Gleb's spot of hottest pro. He's nearing the top. Val is like so hot this season. I'm obsessed with him.
Do you think it's just the hair, or do you think it's?
I think it's all of it. I think it's just Val.
He's aging like a fine wine.
Damn, I know, and he's so lucky, and he has the cutest kid on earth
and the hottest wife.
Yeah, literally unreal. So yeah, I liked the dance offs, but again, it's hard. It feels subjective. It's like I thought there was a clear winner between the last two, but again, the first one was a little bit like, nah.
I would have rather both Harry and Allison have lost so that both Jason and Barry could win. Or so both Charity and Sochi could
So
win.
she could win. Yeah. But then again, I was like really happy that Charity won this because Sochi did get the perfect score. And
yeah, I feel like it probably gave her a really good confidence boost, which I like to see. And it was so sweet when they announced that Charity won. Sochi was like jumping up and down and like so equally as excited for her. And I just love to see that. Like she seems so pure and so sweet. And I just love that.
I was really happy. I like those two a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. The worst part of every night and the most stressful part of every effing night of this mother effing show is elimination.
And you're really right with the whole, I don't know what the hell is going on with the scoring with the bottom three who like was that just 3 people and one of them was the one who had to go home? Or
that's exactly what it is.
So for all we know, Charity could have been first place across the board when the votes were tallied, and she just got called last.
Yeah, because then they just leave 3 people up there and make all 3 of them think that they've got a chance at going home, when in reality it's really just one of them.
Ugh.
So I don't know. Okay, so the last 3 standing were Charity and Artem,
Boo.
Barry and Peta,
boo,
and who else?
Jason and Daniela.
Boo. And in my head, I was convinced Charity was going home because, like I told you earlier, I just had this weird feeling.
For some reason, I thought it was going to be Jason.
Oh my God. Yeah. Also, I just did not think it was humanly possible for Barry to go home.
After everything that happened, the crowd was literally chanting his name.
And like even Derek said, everyone who goes on tour is only voting for Barry. Like, that's why it just doesn't feel real to me that this was real. That's why I'm just so bothered by this. And
he got the 3 extra points or whatever. So he wasn't even at the bottom of the leaderboard. Like,
no.
I'm just so confused.
Yeah. I just really don't think it should have been Barry. Like, I don't know. But I do think, like, I thought last week, Barry really didn't give us a lot. And it was really, like, felt like the end of Barry's road last week.
Yes.
But he did not go home.
And then this week he came in he was revitalized. He had a spring in his step. He had his nipples out.
Yeah.
He was a whole new man.
Yeah. So Barry getting called to go home was really, really disappointing.
The audience booed.
I would have loved to have Barry there for the finale. But in my head, and maybe I'm just telling myself this to feel peace, but like, I think he just wanted to be done.
I don't know. I didn't get that vibe at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
And maybe like listening to him talk about it when it was over, he was like, "This has been the most wonderful experience of my life," and I'm like, he like when he speaks, he is so genuine too. I just like want to
love.
It's weird because I like have this. I was like straight up lusting after him with a group of hundreds of other girls like 20 minutes ago, and now I'm like about to cry because this is someone's grandpa. Like, what a conflicting range of emotion.
Yeah, so it was really tough to see him go. And then of course there's been a lot of drama about how all of this is shaking down kind of in DWTS world, and I'll let you kind of start on your thoughts because I just want to articulate mine good and fairly, and I hope I can do that tonight.
So before we get into the drama behind it all, I need to discuss the fact that our Facebook group was absolutely gutted, devastated, unwell over this elimination. Lele Pons, her fans allegedly, I don't know if this was staged or not. Either way, it was fantastic.
This was so funny.
Went picketing outside of the Dancing with the Stars studios, and Brandon was like twerking with them. It was so funny. If you haven't seen it, it's on his Instagram and I think his TikTok. So go watch it. It's really funny. But we were like, we've got to do something. And Emily Patterson goes, what if we all go to the live show next week and we rip our shirts open for Barry? Tits out for Barry. And so
Tits out for Barry.
TOFB, Tits out for Barry. That is going to be the name of this podcast episode for our main man Barry, because we already did justice for Lele.
Yeah.
So tits out for Barry.
Or mahalo to your wife.
Mahalo to your wife.
Oh dear, what? You're really making me think something. Here's what I love. I think we should continue to cheer for justice for these people, but we should not be putting someone else down in the process.
Yes, that is a great way to put that.
So it's like, yes, justice for Barry, justice for Lele. They shouldn't have gone home. It isn't injustice, and we will continue to fight the good fight and like always vote for our favorite people. What we shouldn't do is like wish for someone to get in their car and drive off a cliff and never show up to the show again. Like I feel like we've really lost, some people are really kind of losing, like there's a war against Harry right now, and I hate that. Like it's honestly giving me the ick. Like I love this show so much, and I want every person who has an interest in it, or like whose publicist has an interest in it, to get them to sign up for the show. I think it's the best show on earth. That's why we have this podcast. But like what I hate about the show is like pitting the pros against each other, and like or the stars against each other and the fans against each other, and like it's just getting kind of really weird.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a hateful experience. And like one of the best parts of the show, that and we'd been feeling the love all season pretty much until the last couple of weeks, was the camaraderie that the stars build, because they're doing something so out of their comfort zone and so damn hard, and they're like, we're just a bunch of celebrities, like, and they become friends, and it's great, and it's pure, and I love it. And I don't want that to be marred by the fact that, you know, some people feel the need to have to, like, they're basically having to play defense the entire time because people are coming for them, like, as a person. Like, it's not cool. But I will say, on the other end of the spectrum, if you have never watched this show and it's one thing to vote for somebody because you love them and you're watching the show and you love them and you're happy for them. Yes. That's great. But for me, it's the people going on TikTok and Instagram and being like, oh, this dance gave me full body chills. Like, don't lie. Don't be delusional. Blind loyalty to anyone, you're in a cult. I'm sorry. That's what that is. Like, it's fine. Yeah. Like, even with Amon, we loved him, and he was a bad dancer for a good half of the show. Right?
Nelly. I think a good comparison is Nelly.
That is a great comparison.
I really do.
He never got to be the best, but I loved him the whole time. And I didn't.
And Nelly did a lot of standing around.
Yes.
But he had a little bit more rhythm.
Yes. But I didn't let my love of him blind me to the fact that he wasn't as good as everyone else.
Yes, I agree with that.
And so I just feel like people are so polarized by this. Like, you can say, I love Harry. I love seeing Harry and Riley. I'm voting for them because I like them. It is everyone's right to vote for whoever they want to in elections, in Dancing with the Stars. That's what America.
This is a democracy, girl.
Absolutely. This is what America was founded on. Our founding father, Riley Arnold, with that hairdo, will tell you democracy is king in America. That doesn't make sense.
It's working for her. It is.
Yeah, it is. But like, you can vote for whoever you want to. Absolutely. But don't come out here and be delusional and talk about how Harry's dance, while it was better, and I'm happy to see improvement from him, and I do like him and wish him all the best. And if people want to keep seeing him, then that's fine. That's their right.
And I'll continue to clench my butthole the whole time he's performing.
Correct.
Because I'm so nervous, because I don't want, and we've said this plenty of times, like, I'm tired of watching him get shit on for just being there.
It's very
like,
sad
I hate
to watch.
It. I think if he could choose to go home, he probably would.
He offered to go home for Lele.
Yeah, I think there's a lot we don't see. And again, this is kind of where I'm getting annoyed with the transparency. It's like, we don't know how far ahead he is. Like, how far ahead is he that he's really surviving against the Berries and the Leles? Like, how far ahead is he in the votes? Okay. And so that's another thing. And then a lot of people want to talk about the judges save and to bring back the judges save. Well, I don't think the judges save is going to do us any good.
No, because I don't think he's in the bottom two.
I genuinely do not believe that Harry is in the bottom two. I can't explain how. The judges are doing everything right with him. They're giving him the lowest scores consistently every single week. Okay. But somehow he's pulling votes. He's getting votes at 8 p.m. Central Time or whatever. So, or Eastern Time or whatever. So I just really don't know. I don't think the judges save would do us a disservice, I think the judges save would only do us a disservice, especially, I said this in the Facebook group too. Like, if you were there for the Allie Brooke and James Vanderbeek elimination, you will never support the James Vanderbeek. I'm sorry. It's the steroid talking. James Vanderbeek. If you were there for that, you would never be a proponent of the judges saying ever again.
That was especially heinous. I literally am so traumatized from that.
So for me, I just don't think the judges save would do us a favor here. But then again, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Is Harry in the bottom too? I don't know. I don't think so.
Shit, I don't think so. He may win the whole thing.
Close.
And if he does, then, it is what it is. I don't know. But I just don't want anyone to be ugly to anyone over this, because it's not that serious. I love this show.
Really not.
We have a whole ass pot. We are two grown adult women with full-time career jobs who love this show so much that we created a podcast in our free time to talk about it. Like, we obviously love this show and we think it's very serious because we have a very serious podcast about it. But like, I'm telling you, it's not that serious. It's supposed to be fun. It's for entertainment. It's not for us to come over here and bully each other online and say ugly things about people through our computer screens and our phone screens and be ugly. It's not for being hateful. You can think what you want. You can say Barry shouldn't have gone home. That is a fact. Correct. Yes.
Yes.
That fact can also be true at the same time as saying, well,
Harry is the worst one left. Like,
yes.
And that's a fact.
But you can say Harry's the worst dancer, but I still like him the best. And I didn't want Barry to go home, but I didn't want Harry to go home. So I voted for Harry. It just, all of those things can happen at once. And it's just going to shake out how it's going to shake out. And, I wish that people would just stop being delusional about it. If you want Harry to be there, that's fine. But don't come out here and tell me that dance he did gave you full body chills, because there ain't no way. Ain't no way, unless you are butt naked in Antarctica, that you have full body chills.
Also, like, the show is not ruined because Harry is still there. That's the comment today of like the show being ruined and the credibility being ruined.
When was this ever a credible show? It's literally celebrities.
Girlies, like, we're talking celebrities are learning how to kick ball change. Like, this is not life or death. This is it's really just a show, and it's really just reality TV. And when does the best person always win? Rarely in life.
Very rarely.
That's just very rarely in life. And like, if Harry's in the final, Harry's in the final, y'all.
If Harry wins,
and that's
Harry
okay.
Wins. It just happens. It happens sometimes.
And it's cool that more people are talking about the show on TikTok. It's cool to me because for so long, this show was fighting for airspace. There were years where I thought this show was never going to come back because people weren't watching it. So it's like the legacy of this incredible show is not ruined because a guy is up there flubbing around the dance floor. Like, everyone else is still doing a good job. And this is what I also said earlier. The top 4 from the very beginning, from the very first day, they are still there.
Yep.
It's not like, it's not like the person who should have won the mirror ball has gone home, because
not yet.
They haven't yet. and maybe they will next week. I don't know. But like, Harry's still being there. It's not the end of the world. It's really annoying. I get it. It's really annoying because there are better people. And I do wish Lele was still here. And I do wish Barry was still here. But like, Harry's here and he's going to be here.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not his fault. And it's not Riley's fault. And there's just no need. There's enough shit going on in the world that we do not need to fight each other over a reality TV dancing competition show.
Yeah, I'm thinking back. I'm like, what did I say about Allie Brooke? Like, I was probably saying ugly stuff about her still being there too. So this is a good lesson for me. This is a good lesson for me and for all of us, I think.
I obviously haven't learned my lesson because I still kind of stand by what.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't wish like.
But I was more pissed off at the judges than I was at Allie Brooke the whole time, to be honest.
Yeah, because they overscored her the whole season. They've been giving Harry the scores he deserves.
I know.
And guys, if you're listening,
I just don't. I don't want anyone to be ugly to anyone. I want us to all have a good time. Do I think that Harry deserves, based on his merit as a dancer, deserves to be there? No, I don't. But if other people like him as a person and want him to be there, that's their right. And if they show up and show out to vote, then they did their part, and it is what it is. But I wish other people were still there, but it just, that's the way that's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. Remember when, I think I texted you this the other day, like, If the judges had their way, Iman Shumpert would not have won this show.
Correct.
If the judges had their way, some other people wouldn't have ever won. Like, and that's okay because that's just how it worked out. And like, I'm just going to remember that. I'm going to keep trying to channel that energy. As frustrated as I am that some of my faves have gone home, I really did want to see Lele in the finale. I really did, y'all. But it's not Harry's fault that Lele got sent home. It's the voters for not showing up to vote for her. Correct. So anyway, I'm really, really, really excited for next week. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this is your Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I got to, hey, next week's episode, I'm so gassed up. I'm so excited for that. It's like when God made me, I made this meme in the Facebook group. When God made me, he gave with both hands, and in one hand it was Taylor Swift, and in the other it was Dancing with the Stars. And this night was designed for me to make a podcast about it.
Yeah, so, this is your time to shine.
Yeah, and Mandy Moore will be back, which I did not know that she choreographed the Eras tour.
We have to talk about the Mandy Moore of it all really quickly because we had a lot of girlies who were confused in the Facebook group. There are 2 celebrity Mandy Moores that exist in our universe. There is the actress, singer, songwriter, musician, whatever, Mandy Moore, that from like the early 2000s and 90s. Then there is Mandy Moore, the choreographer, the world-renowned, Emmy-winning, highly talented choreographer. They are not the same person.
They have the same name, and it is confusing.
But they are not
the same person.
Okay, I just needed to clear that up because there were some girlies who learned something new yesterday. Or
hey, and that's good. Hey, we're all here to learn something new.
Absolutely, that's no shade. I was confused for a very long time about that as well. But yeah, she is going to be the guest judge, which is going to be so cool.
Yeah, and I'm nervous that next week's a double elimination, just like last year.
You think?
I do.
Do we have enough people left for that?
There's only 6 people left. Oh, no, just one then, because there's 3 nights left. So we have week 9, 10, and week 11 is the finale. If they send 4 to the finale, then there's not a double elimination.
Yeah, they could only send 3 to the finale. Who knows?
Damn. We never know what they're going to do.
No, I have no idea. We are all just passengers on this train that's crashing.
Headed straight to destruction, babe. Anyway.
Last thing, the Harry and Jason drama that happened today.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Harry posted, Jason posted on Instagram, it's a photo from Tuesday night where he's making a funny face.
He's like cross-eyed and sticking his tongue out or something.
And above his head, he puts in a bar delusional.
#delusional.
And then to the side of that, he wrote votes for Harry.
Vote for Harry.
Oh, I thought. And then not long after, Harry posted on Facebook or an Instagram story where he was like, losers think about what was it?
Winners. He said it's a selfie of him in his Lamborghini. And it says, he was like flexing on us so hard. Winners think about winning. Losers think about winners. And then like the peace sign emoji. And apparently he also unfollowed Jason on Instagram.
Yeah, which that's so weird. And I checked and he does not follow Jason, but he does follow Daniela.
So here's the thing. I don't think, and I could be very wrong because we are, again, speculating on someone's relationship between Jason and Harry. I do not think that when he posted that about vote for Harry, that it was malicious intent. I don't think, he just doesn't seem like that kind of person to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that was his intent.
But if it was, I mean, maybe it was. But he had posted on his Instagram about how to vote for Barry last week when they were fighting head to head for the dance off.
Yeah, he did that last week. He was like, everybody go vote for Barry.
Yeah, and he's like, here's how.
I lost.
Here's how to vote for Barry. Yeah, and he was like,
I don't know.
So I don't think that it was ugly, and I do not want this season where I've loved all of these people. I don't want it to go up in flames where it becomes a cat fight and it's to be like a very petty, messy situation. I just don't want that to happen for us. And I'm afraid we're on the cusp.
And people who deserve to win this show lose all the time.
Hell yeah. Do you remember when Heather Morris was with Max and she had that sexy Argentine tango and got a perfect score and they got her ass sent home the same night?
Yeah. Remember when Frankie Muniz and Kel, like all of them, it's like, damn. Damn, RIP in peace. But whatever, y'all. I hope that I really do hope it shakes out, and I hope that our top 4 wind up being our top 4. Like, my top 4 are Charity, Jason, Ariana, and Sochi. Yep, that's my top 4.
Same.
And I hope that that's who's in the finale because I think they will be the most pleasing, and, like, competition will just be fierce. But then again, like, you just really never know. And we only have 6 people left, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we'll see how it all shakes out. At the end of the day, we're all going to, no one is gonna, it's not a life or death situation here. But like, let's all just kind of, like, if you're voting for Harry because you like him, vote for him because you like him. But don't try and come in here and tell people that he's this amazing dancer because he's not. Okay? He's doing better. He's improving.
And is he trying? Yes, he is. He's trying a lot harder than I thought he would.
Correct. But like, just don't. Like, you're adding fuel to the fire, and like, you don't want that smoke. Okay, like, let me just tell you that. And then if you are in the camp where you think Harry has overstayed his welcome, which is fine, I am in that camp, but that doesn't mean I dislike him or hate him or want him to burst into flames. Then that's fine to say justice for whoever. You know, I wish that Harry had gone home instead of this person. But don't be mean to people. Let's all just take a step back, take a breath, rewatch the video of Barry ripping his shirt open.
Yes, and Gangnam Style. Go watch Gangnam Style if you hate on Harry. Like, just go watch it. It was great. It was great. It'll lift your mood.
And I will say, if Harry does make it to the finale, I think that he will have a really good freestyle.
I do. And it's not all for naught. Like, it's still a great show. If he wins, I'm still obsessed. Like, and I'm proud of Riley. Like, she is handling a lot of adversity. Like, people have been putting pressure on them since day one to be a couple. And then now people are putting pressure on them to just get out of the competition. And it's like, this is her first season and she really is in the spotlight a lot. And she's young. And again, I want her to be around. So I don't know. I wish everybody the best. I do wish that Harry will go home next week just so it can be over.
Yeah, because I don't want to have to think about this anymore. I have no room in my brain for this, but I also am like, I need to know if he and Jason are fighting.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear about that. That will be tea next week. Taylor Swift will bring us the tea. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. But we've got to let Madeline get back to her conference because she is a sophisticated businesswoman.
Got some dinners to go to. So
hopefully they're gonna wine you and dine you.
Yes, that's the plan. That's the plan.
Well then, hey, congratulations and mahalo to your wife.
Mahalo to your wives, everyone.
And to you as well. We bid you adieu, everyone. Thank you for being here. Sorry we're late. Sorry we talked like 1,000 miles per hour. We just really wanted to get this done while we had like this small 2-hour window to do so.
Yep. Tits out for Barry. Mahalo to your wife.
And with that, we bid you adieu.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.